Back in black, baby. Let's go, man. As a guitar player and as a musician myself, you can't be a guitar player and not know this song. Like it's just one of those songs that you just is ingrained into the guitar, and as a guitarist, you have to learn how to play it. That being said, I haven't actually broken it down here on my channel. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Jacob Restituto, and I'm a musician from Northport, New York. Today we're breaking down classic AC/DC's Back in Black. I've probably heard it, 100 times on the radio, like just listening to it, just in general. Pretty familiar with it, but I haven't actually. It's always been, a lot of times, most people when they're listening to music is passive listening. Just hearing it, even if you're singing along. Active listening which is what we're doing today. Is really like intentionally listening to it with an intention of, okay, what are they doing? How's the drumming? What are they doing with the guitars? Are they layered guitars? Like all these things, active listening. So today, Back in Black, active listening. Let's see what we got. I've also never seen the music video. That is such a huge guitar. All right, before we get into the vocals, let's even talk about the guitars. I didn't realize it started. So that first thing you heard right there was called chucking. It's when you mute all the strings of the guitar and you just strum them, and it creates that chucking sound. We have layered guitars here, left and right. But what's interesting, pretty stereo, pretty far left and right. What's interesting is the fact that we have what sounds like it sounds like we have a when he does a do 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 right before we get to that chord again. It sounds like the instead of stereo, fully stereo, it sounds like actually the guitars are here, like a layer here. So it's almost like lay it bum, bada bum, and then it's do 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 bum, and it splits again, which is interesting. Drumming is super simple. We're doing so much with the guitars that you don't need a crazy thing with the drums. Let's comment on the Gretsch now. Gretsches are just like Fenders, Les Pauls. Like they're just a style. They're a make of guitars. But Gretsches are known for just being huge, and like obviously we could see that they're huge. And I'm surprised he's playing Gretsch. Gretches are usually more like you don't hear them with dirty tones typically. You hear them more in a cleaner tone, in more like a jazz style, or like blues, like I think BB King played a Gretsch a bit, if I'm recalling. I mean, BB King, I think they played everything, but I do feel like I remember him on a Gretsch. I could be wrong, but it's not usually used in this genre, so I was very surprised to see it right here. You know what? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna throw the lyrics up here as they have them, because I've actually never really. I mean, I've listened to them. I don't know if I've ever like watched the lyrics, because I'm now that I'm actively listening, like these lyrics are actually pretty clever. As dumb as it is to say that, I'm always just listening to the music. Also, look at the coffee mug just chilling on the table. It's funny, just a little insight. Vocally, classic vocals. Like this melody and this everything about it is so classic. But to break it down a little bit, we have slapback echo going on, so it's a very, very fast. You hear this a lot in classic rock. You don't hear it too much anymore, but it's a slapback echo, pretty bright actually, pretty bright vocals in general. Bright tone throughout the guitars. The track in general is actually a decently bright track. So yeah, we have a slapback echo echoing very quickly, and his vocals going on. Let's continue. Come on, man. Oh, okay, let's talk about this. So the other guitarists, and I apologize why, obviously no AC/DC, I don't know everybody's name in the band. One of the guitarists is playing a Gretsch. The other is playing what I recall, I think it's an SG guitar. Let me just see really quick. Yeah, SG, Gibson SG. Classic. This is like the classic AC/DC guitar. Like, you see this one throughout they're playing. Their stage performance, man, is like obviously the outfits, right? Because it's set, when it's set. But like, I don't know, man. It's just something pretty. I don't know if I've seen a live video of them playing. My in-laws are huge classic rock fans. So like, every time I'm with them, I hear this song because it's always on classic rock radio. But that being said, like, it's just. I don't know. This is just, it's fun to watch. Like, I would have loved to go in their prime of like their 20s and 30s. I would have loved to go see them live. It was just, must have been a blast. Power behind the vocals. Okay, interesting, very interesting filling choice that they chose to put on the bassist who's playing single or double notes when we have a guitar solo starting. That was an interesting creative choice, but let's continue. Like a call and response. Tone is so good. That's a sick shot. Come on. Oh, these shots are sick. Nice layers. Let me pause this one more time. I'm pausing it a bit, but one thing I do want to talk about is I like the fact actually that they actually have two guitarists. The reason I say that is because a lot of classic rock, it's the four-part band. It's drummers, one guitarist, a vocalist, who usually plays either guitar or bass. So usually like the vocalist and guitar player, hypothetically. Then you have bass, vocalist, guitar, bass, drums, and often like a key player. But rare you have two guitar players. And the only reason I say that I like this is because so often in the recordings, you'd hear two guitarists. You'd hear stereo guitars, or you'd hear like dueling riffs. And you wouldn't get that live because you couldn't play the chunky chords while playing the riff. But now you obviously can do that. And I think that is really cool that you actually have that as a live experience. Obviously, this is not live. They're pre-recorded in the studio, playing over the studio version, essentially. But I would love to see some behind the scenes of what they use to mic up their tone, to get their tone, to mic up their amps, to get whatever the sound that we're getting, if they use pedals or not. Like, it's such a nice tone as a guitar player. Come on, man. They were great performers. The crane. You see the crane? Love the space here. Oh, I hate this. One of my biggest frustrations with guitar solos, I don't know what the fascination with people putting fade outs on guitar solos. I want to hear it, man. I want to hear it. I've heard that the theory is like because then they want you leave you wanting more, and like when you see it on the live show, they have space to do it. But like I want to hear the end, man. I want to hear that solo to the end. Oh man. So as a guitar player, I'm curious if they would go back and listen to their like learn their solos, because a lot of times when I'm like recording a solo over a song, I'm just riffing, like, and I'm just jamming, and I so rarely will then go back and be like, okay, what did I do so I could play that again next time? I'm curious, like, if they played live, did he play that exact solo, or like did he have something that he just jam over? So I don't know. That's phenomenal. I really enjoyed that. I want to see more stuff like that. Let me know if you enjoyed it, and we'll continue.